welcome back to another video. We are in the truck. We are taking a little road trip. If you guys watched the last video, we were up in Indianapolis at the PRI Performance Racing Industry Show, and we ran into our good buddy Brian from the Semi-Casual Show.
Here's your other truck.
Wow.
It's white and black.
It's a DAYCAB.
With a cat in it. There's an all black interior in it. I mean, if you want the truck black, I can paint the truck black.
We can paint the truck black.
You guys have seen Tommy and Brian on our channel before. They build some of the baddest big trucks, semi-trucks, Peterbilts out there. And he ran into us, and I was kind of just explaining to him, I was like, hey, yeah, like this is what's going on. We haven't chatted in a little while. And I was like, man, like I've been on and off kind of looking for another truck. Like maybe, I don't know, keep your eyes peeled. Like, I don't know, looking for a project. Let's do some more work on my other truck together. And his eyes kind of like lit up a little bit, and he was like, man, I have your second truck. It's sitting there. They have actually been helping put together this truck that has been around for a little while, and he was showing me pictures of it, and I got pretty excited because it's pretty close to exactly what we've been kind of thinking about doing, and we'll kind of get into it. I've been looking for a second, maybe project-ish truck, not like a full-blown project like our last one was, but something to where if we want to do something with our other truck, we have a spare truck, or you guys know if we have our big race trailer and our step deck and we want to go to the same place together. Not that we have a second driver yet, Dawson. Not that we have a second, we don't have a way to move two trucks and two trailers, but I do have two trailers that require a bigger truck to move them. So it's just kind of been a thought in the back of my head to do another truck, but basically we're on our way to go see Brian, to go check out this other truck. Like I said, I don't think it's like actually completely done, but we're gonna get the full story. We're gonna get all the details on this other truck while we're down here. These guys are pretty close to us, so yeah, that's where the day is starting. One other side note before we pull in here, if you guys got entered in the latest Wrenchworks giveaway, greatly appreciate all the love, all the support. We should have a winner for that very soon in the next upcoming video or two, so stay tuned for that. But just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out, huge thank you as always for all of the continued support on all the Wrenchworks stuff.
It looks so much longer in person. They done here in the collision center.
Okay.
It's a 96 379. It's got a B model in it that's been rebuilt as far as everything that we've been able to tell.
Right, okay.
And they've done some extra stuff to it. It's got an air-to-air on it, which the B models didn't come with.
Oh, they didn't come with them? Oh, okay. Did they paint it, or is it?
Yeah.
It's already been painted?
Yeah.
Okay.
This truck originally was like blue. The whole interior in this truck before was like a weird blue and some different stuff. And then they got all this interior kit from DAYCAB company and put in, and they painted the dash black. And there's still a lot of room to do things to this truck.
Yeah,
for sure. On a money side of things, like I think a person can leave a lot of this black. Like you can leave the exhaust black. You can paint the truck black and put polished wheels back on it, and a polished bumper. Leave the grill shell painted black and put a polished or a stainless grill back in there.
Yeah.
So you just start adding some chrome pieces going down the truck, okay. and then it'd be kind of like sort of murdered out, but not.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking like try to put the chrome back in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I changed the whole entire top and the roof structure on my other one. Like adding that back panel, I don't think is that big a deal, right?
No,
okay.
You're cutting rivets out and throwing it in there.
Yeah.
DAYCAB makes that whole kit, and it literally is just
slam it back
cut the hooks out of the back of that dude, and
yeah,
all the seals in this thing are new. The whole hood, all the bushings, everything on the hoods have been redone. Like I mean, they've done a lot of work.
I feel like this is probably new and they just got this, but I would take it out and put buckets back in it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, so you got the aluminum dash panel, we put all the lights and stuff back in there and paint this to do something cool with the dash.
You saw the panel that's in my other truck. If we put one of those, like,
We can put a stainless one in here and run speakers across that, dude.
yeah, same as my other one. I'd like it to like try and match the other one.
I would have to see what the heck that.
It seemed like when it,
Almost. Does the AC and stuff work on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
AC, heat works.
It's all hooked up already.
Yeah, it's all
okay.
hooked up. Everything on it works.
Okay.
It's just been sitting for a long time.
yeah, like 266, 267.
Yeah, so it's between 265 and 270 then.
Yeah, my other truck's like 230, 240.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's small. It's like my bigger thing I wanted to try and do to that one.
I can go back. If I can go back and find the videos, we had this thing in there, which hang on,
You
I'm
should, because that's, I'm like, how far backdating are we going? Like,
fucking the very beginning of the channel.
so 3 to 4 years?
Yeah.
At least?
Yeah. It's that truck got here like 3.5 years ago probably.
Oh, you had it on the channel?
Yeah.
Oh,
There were so many people mad that I didn't finish that truck.
This one.
Yeah.
So it's like redemption for you guys too.
The truck is way more work than the guy wants to put into it.
Yeah.
So we're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
And then, like, I didn't even know they were really working on that thing till about 3 months ago or something.
Yeah.
I came in here and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a pretty cool truck. And then they told me what truck it was. I didn't even know it was that truck.
December 15 of 2020. I mean, shit, we're coming up on 3 then.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we need to catch up a little bit. I know we've been kind of like dissecting the truck a little bit. I've been kind of dissecting it personally. Brian hasn't seen the truck in quite a while too, so we're kind of just getting like reacclimated with it. So there's a little bit of explaining to do. So it's a 96 379. Did have a 36-inch bunk on it, so it did have a sleeper on it. Was converted to a day cab. It's a 3406B with what looks to be like a pretty much brand new, I think it's a 425 horsepower Reman Cat. It's an 18 speed. The wheelbase is around like a 265, 260 wheelbase, which is pretty good. It's actually a bigger wheelbase than my truck with the bunk on it. It is in a little bit of a still a project state. The guys at I think Fitzgerald Collision, Rob, the guy who keeps getting mentioned, has kind of like taken it from where I believe Brian had it at one point, kind of made it into what it is now. Obviously the truck is white, which we can't have a white truck. We need to have matching. So there's still a lot of work to be done. There's still a lot of there's still a vision behind the truck for me, for us. So we're trying to just kind of work through the details on what we need to do, kind of where it's at. You know, like the front fenders aren't really my style. It would almost basically like it got put back together, and we might end up like redoing the whole thing again. So I think Brian actually just went to go call the man and kind of see if we can't like come to an agreement and see what we got. But we would kind of be teaming up with the semi-casual guys, Tommy and Brian, and kind of doing this over at their own shop, which is different from this collision shop. So that's where we're at. I don't want to repeat myself, but it's got really good bones. They've kind of taken the truck apart. We'll try and put some pictures and images up on this video and kind of show you guys where the truck was at when they had it like almost 3 years ago. A lot of work has already been done. It is a very solid base. It's just kind of like that last, I don't know what you want to call it, the last 20% of the details, like needs a stereo put in it, figure out some seat stuff. So it's like, it's kind of like the fun, cool, interesting stuff to watch and see. We'll be able to kind of like make this our own, I believe, in a timely, quick fashion, which is kind of what we're looking for. I don't want to buy something that is done and there's no real connection or story. My first truck, I have a story with that. We swapped the top. We did it all in the garage. Like, I have a very deep connection with that truck, and I don't want to get into something where I don't have a story. So this, you know, the story is important. You know, the passion, everything else behind it. So that's kind of this feels right. It fits right. But you hang up the phone with him.
I did.
Oh boy.
He didn't give me an answer yet.
Dun dun dun. Hey man, the best buyer's the one right here, right now. Headaches out of the way. Done. You want to put it on Marketplace? Could put them on
cash, right?
Is a check of cash?
As long as if you drop it, it doesn't come back up. It means it won't bounce. It's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Then yes, I have that. Yes.
It won't bounce.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're leaving here for right now until we can kind of like come up with a come up with a game plan, see if we can't basically be where we need to be, so to say. Let's put it that way. We're going with Brian. We're gonna go grab some lunch. He's got to run around, do some things, and then we might actually end up going back over to the semi-casual shop, so you guys can kind of see. They did move at one point. I know back when we've done some videos, it was a completely different shop, completely different setup, I think. So it'd be kind of interesting to go over there and kind of take a look at what those guys have going on. Seems like it's really ramped up for them. They've got a lot of trucks over there. Got some manpower to kind of like, you know, aid us in doing this. Obviously, we've got a lot of projects of our own ourselves. We have a lot of builds going on, so it's kind of crucial on mine and our end that we almost have their assistance to do this, because we don't do it day in, day out. It does take us a little bit longer to move on some of this stuff, so that's really a big part of why I'm excited about this too, because I like collaborating with other guys in the space and guys that are doing it and doing a really, really good job. They build some insanely nice stuff. So teaming up with them works really well for everybody. I hope we can make it happen and kind of bring this second truck, not home, because it'll actually be at their shop, but they're so close that traveling and kind of staying for a couple days at a time, and getting hands-on and doing it. So that's the best case scenario in my mind. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. But Brian and Tommy and all the guys over here have always been top notch, and I'm excited for it. So I hope we can agree on it, make it happen. That truck has only ever since it's been completely redone there, has only been idled out in the parking lot and driven around the parking lot. So it hasn't really had a first test drive. Brian's driving like a madman. That's some of my uneasiness a little bit, because it's like the truck's been sitting for 3 years. It's had a lot on and off of it. It's still somewhat of a question. Anyway, some of the things that I was looking for in the next project truck. So I talked a little bit that we've been looking around for quite a while, just to find the right truck. You know, good bones is always something that you want to start with. The more complete and running and driving that it is always better. This truck doesn't really completely check that box, but there is a really good base to start with. These guys have the ability to paint it what I want to paint it. A truck this old, like, it's very hard to find like a truck that's got pretty good paint on it to where you don't have to mess with it. But I really wanted low air leaf rear suspension. I wanted a wheelbase that I did not have to worry about stretching. That was huge. So what I was trying to find was a flat top, big hole sleeper truck that I could take the sleeper off of, get the wheelbase that I wanted to, and do some of this DAYCAB company stuff that we've done before in the past, which, it's kind of funny, the interior on that truck already matches the other one. So I want a DAYCAB twin to my other truck that we can accessorize easily, but not have to worry about stretching the truck, finding a cutoff, swapping the whole entire roof structure. The back structure isn't that bad, but as far as swapping the whole top again, swapping the whole structure, man, that is a big job, which we found out on my last truck. So the speed in which I'd like this one to get done with, I'm trying to find it as close to what I wanted as possible, as clean as possible. So that's why this truck, while yeah, we'll have to change all this finishing stuff, I don't have to swap the top. I can swap the back panel. They can paint the truck, and we can have fun with the rest of it. And that's kind of what I envision and what I see being nice. So
yeah, it goes from a 2-year project to a couple month project.
Yep. It does have an 18-speed, which is cool because my other truck has an 18-speed. The dash has already been painted black. Like, it needs some finishing gauges and stuff like that. But again, this is where you can really get a clean base, and then you can end up with a project that is still very much my own and my own input and all that stuff. So I think we should stop talking because that clip's going to be really long, but I'm excited.
It's good.
It's good. It's good. You want to be excited when you're spending a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, you always do. If you weren't excited, I'd be worried. I'd say we should just go home.
I mean, that's just like, honestly, that's my personality. Like, my personality is like, man, I can get I get excited. It's not like you're talking about $20 here, so like I tend to end up like really thinking about the details, and sometimes that takes a little bit of my excitement and my joy out of it. But I know what the finished product will be, and that excites me. All of the little intricate details and the hard work and stuff like that, and the shit that like really makes you question if you should or shouldn't do it. Like, sometimes my brain goes into that mode instead of just be like, man, like, it's gonna be sick, it's gonna be badass. It's as close to exactly what we were looking for as possible, which doesn't seem anywhere crazy correct, because you're like, it's got black wheels, it's got black stacks, it's got a black grill, like, what's up with all that stuff? And it's white. Like, why is that so close to what you were looking for? Under any other circumstance, without the ability to work with the semi-casual guys, I don't know if we'd even be here talking. But they're excited for the project, I think, to kind of like team up and do it. They have access to so many takeoff parts and other stuff and things that they're involved with, where it's like, hey, we can swap to different tanks, and we can paint those tanks, and I got straps over here, and like, we got different boxes, and man, I got stacks sitting over there that I took off that truck, and that's not that big a deal. So like, when you have the team mentality and atmosphere, it just changes it completely. All that's left to really do is just have a phone call and say, yeah, that sounds good, the number that we talked about, and then me and Brian need to come back and kind of like button up all this like loose little kind of stuff, and like take it for a quick test drive and kind of see if we can't bounce it over to their shop. I know it was a lot of talking, but I want you guys to understand kind of like the whole entire picture. Wow, he wasn't kidding. Look at all those trucks. Holy shit. I'm so confused. What are all those trucks? Well, yeah, I think that is, I need an explanation. Are those trucks waiting to be?
We gotta work on them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, like, I know you guys were like making moves and stuff, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I get. Holy crap.
So this is that legendary black we were talking about.
Okay.
You can't quite tell it in here until it gets on some sunlight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the color.
Yeah. That's.
It's a white color's awesome.
I mean, I feel like I'm already like pretty much sold. Like, I'd like to do that on that DAYCAB, because I feel like you're not going to see it in a DAYCAB, like a 379 DAYCAB. Like, it's not.
Yep.
It's not ever available.
No, it'll be a cool color on that truck.
And just dump the whole bottle of gold in here.
Dude, there's so much.
Little brass with a little gold. It'd be kind of cool. Wow. Start really getting crazy out here.
Well, just call me, let me know.
Yeah. All right. Sounds
ya.
good.
See ya.
All right, be good. All I know is that I feel like I'm hungry again. I definitely need an energy drink, and I need to look at pictures of this thing so I can start putting it together in my brain.
Whoa.
Oh, buddy. Bah! Bah!
Well, anything to say in 10 minutes before I swap SD cards?
Oh man, I don't.
Alright, you need some time.
I need some time. You know how we're gonna end this video?
Tomorrow, when you tell.
Tomorrow, when I call Brian on the phone.
And say,
yeah.
hey, I'm buying it.
We ran out of daylight.
Yeah, alright. Sounds good. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Well, guys, I thought it was only fitting that the next day we kind of end this video out in front of the Peterbilt that started it all, our first project Peterbilt, and happy to tell you guys that we have come to an agreement, come to a deal on the second Peterbilt that you guys saw in this video with the semi-casual guys. So I'm very excited to kind of dive into that and kind of reveal the vision that I kind of have for it, but just wanted to let you guys know we did come to an agreement, we did come to a deal. deal. I would say it's coming, it'll be coming home, but I already told you guys kind of how we might work that process of kind of rehabbing that truck with the semi-casual guys. So super excited for that. Hopefully you guys are excited. Let me know what you guys think down below, what it looks like now, what you would maybe like to see it look like. Again, I know I have a vision with kind of like matching our first original truck, but stay tuned. The next video coming up very soon, we'll be going back down there, kind of buttoning up some loose odds and ends, getting it roadworthy, taking it for its first like test drive in like 3 years, but very excited. So make sure you guys stay tuned to follow along, hit the like button before you leave, subscribe if you have not already, and we'll see you guys in the next Peterbilt video series. Super excited. See ya.